Hello and welcome back to our Let's Play of Factorio. This would be episode 30. So let's start the game. Now this is going to be part 2 of our big teardown. As you can see, these should not be torn down. They should be powered. We have a goal of ripping down the entire factory and starting over again. We're going to be using a partial central bus system. So what that means is I'm going to have this area, which we just land grabbed last episode, will have a there we go. Finish up that wall. Train station. So we're going to have trains coming in probably up to here. And then we're going to start expanding it out this way and grab some more land from the biters so that we can build a large train station. This is going to be our big central factory area. Then we are going to have a block of smelters down here, and they will smelt all the ore coming in on the trains. And then it will all be belted down through here, maybe some minor crafting here, maybe, like personal resupply type thing. It will belt through here, Here we're going to be doing a bunch of just like basic crafting. Then here, I'm going to belt up and around our oil. Probably keep going straight all the way to here. And then I might split the belt off there and then like loop it down. Maybe I'll split it off here and loop it down, just like so we can keep extending our factory downwards. Yeah, I think that might be part of the plan. That should work. Anyway, so we are tearing down our factory. And now it's impossible to see because we have torn down everything, including the lights and apparently the power. Why? What? The steam engines aren't working. Why aren't the steam engines working? Did we run out of solid fuel or something? What? Oh. Only 10 of you are producing? What about you guys? Uh-oh. I have 2 different power systems, don't I? How's about that? Okay. Now production's a lot more reasonable? Question mark? I only have 64 steam engines connected. $64 still? Okay. Are you connected to 64 steam engines? No, you're only connected to 20. Why are you guys connected? Not connected. What if I do something like this? Nope, too far. There we go. Now it's 84 steam engines. Still 6 too low, because I'm fairly certain I was pretty good at building this in blocks of 10. But I guess not. Hey, you need power. I'm actually gonna move this guy over. There. Now things are better connected. Aren't they? No, still 84. These guys are not connected. Okay. We're not going to do that. We're going to just put that other power pole back. And then we're going to put this guy over one. There we go. Now we should have all 100 steam engines connected. Excellent. Alright, so our factory's coming down pretty quick. This is excellent news. I wouldn't think of it as such, but it actually is. Quite excellent news. Yeah, this is gonna destroy those chests. Do we need more storage chests? We probably need more storage chests. I'm gonna build a couple more storage chests. Let's go with 5. 8. Yeah, let's go with 8. Uh-oh. There we go. Problem solved. Let's go with 4 storage chests here. And I'm going to drop another 4 down, like, here. They will be useful. Alright. Everything's connected. Looks like everything's connected. Cool. How many furnaces do we have for our smelters block? We have 81. Excellent. That is very excellent. So we could do about 40 apiece. Robots, bring me smelters. It's a good amount. Probably, yeah, we have 40. That's a great amount. One thing I realized is I'm not going to be able to fit this into mined out area, am I? Which is going to bug me quite a bit. Because there's no way to then mine out from under. You know what? I'll figure out a way to get it to work. And I am going to be using a new furnace design. Specifically, that middle furnace isn't going to be there. I'm just using it as a spacer. This is the design. Let's make some fast splitters. Let's see here. So we've got a central belt. And yes, this will have to be extended for at least one more furnace. We have side belts. Like so. And we are then going to have inserters that feed off the furnace onto these side belts. And you might be thinking, well, what's the point of that? Why not just have them feed off to a central belt? And the point here is compression. So I set these up wrong. There we go. So what's going to happen is these splitters are going to make sure that the maximum amount of items that can be on the belt are on the belt as soon as possible. and I'm going to be making use of that extensively. And also, of course, I'm going to be putting these guys down everywhere. Then we're going to use how am I going to do this? No, that's not a good way to do it. Like this, and like that, maybe? Huh. This has become slightly more complicated. I never, like, made a completely polished design for this. So, you know what? I'm just gonna stick with that. It seems to work. Yeah. And let's go with these guys to finish it out. There we go. So we're going to have ore coming down the belts on the side, getting smelted, put on the belt in the middle, which will be upgraded to a blue belt as soon as possible. And now we have a furnace blueprint. Robots, take care of that for me. How many things? Oh, look at that! Our factory is almost taken down. We're actually getting there. That's pretty cool. I didn't think it would happen that quickly. But, oh well. Where are we going to put these resource belts? Alright, so if we have train station here. Oh, what we should do is this should be redistribution, I guess. So like coming down from the train station and over into smelters. Nah, I'm not gonna do that. I'm just gonna start putting down the furnace blocks wherever I can for now. And I'm going to try to avoid ore as much as possible. Let's see here. If I go... Oh, oh wow, I could put one down right there. I'm going to do that. You might be thinking, no wait, you can't put one down right there. Your ore belts are getting cut off. You'll realize that if you look closely, their inserters are there and the inserters are there, which means this part can become an underground belt, which is what it will become as soon as I make an underground belt. Don't need those two anymore. There we are. Perfect. Don't need that either. Yeah, that'll work. Alright, so this is going to be my new iron smelter, part 1. Part 1 because I'm going to take out this stone and then I'm going to extend it. And it will work. I hope. Well, we really just need way more construction robots, don't we? I probably should have waited for Factory to get taken down completely. So I might just cut out the video here for a little bit until the rest of this gets taken down. And what are these? Just like provider chests? Yeah. I don't really need to take a lot of these down. I'll just leave them out. Like, who cares? Eventually, we'll just grab the resources out of them for now, we don't need them at all. Excellent. Now we are pretty much entirely just out of materials for construction. Okay, we need to make some fast splitters. And stop deleting that, because that was eating up way too many robots, as is this. There we go. How are we doing on robots now? Perfect. Actually got a good amount of them that are free to do things such as build our furnace blocks, which they have already pretty much done. Nice. It's very shiny. Of course, we are going to need more splitters, but you know, that's to be expected. So I'm thinking one thing I'm going to do right away is I'm just going to reverse this iron mine belt, and I'm just going to run it up to here, and I'm going to split it right there, and just watch as these furnaces fire up for the first time. And it's going to be cool. And this is going to be my first iron output. Right here. First of many. I am planning on extending these furnaces as much as possible. There we go. Excellent. And splitter. Boom. We have our first iron furnace line. And it is rapidly producing iron plates for us. Look at that. Quite rapidly. That's pretty cool. Now we are going to do this. And the stuff that was in this chest is now going to go back up into the furnaces. Now we're going to need something very similar for copper. We're also going to need to take this down. And I might as well add a few similar things for iron down here. Because why not? Leave that there for now. Not really trying to make it look particularly nice, because I don't really care about making it look particularly nice. And of course I happen to have a construction robot that would steal my one last power tower. Why am I even using one of these when I could just use one of these and power all three of the mines? Alright. That'll probably last for a while, because, yeah, I mean, 47k of expected resources, even though there is a little bit of an overlap. Anyway, we need to make a copper equivalent. Just gonna be doing maximum exploitation again, because we are... a good chunk of this is me trying to get this ore out of the way, so I can continue building my base around it without having to just like build over pockets of random ores. Alright. Excellent. Where am I going to put this furnace block? I guess I should put it here. Yeah, why not? Uh-oh. Okay, so we're going to need to have a roboport somewhere here. Oh, I just realized bad things have happened. There we go. Shoot, laser turrets, shoot. And momentarily drain all of my power. Laser cannons. Wow. That was ridiculous. Literally all of my power just disappeared. Anyway. Perfect. So we could possibly fit copper right in here. I did it backwards, didn't I? Yes, I did. Okay. Let's see here. Furnaces go pointed down this time. Excellent. And yeah, you know, I'm just gonna keep the one side furnace going. Alright. Now all we need is a couple of fill-in belts. And this is where our copper will be produced. Let's see here. Doop doop. Doop 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 doop. Just need an underground belt for the iron. And a bunch of splitters for everything else. I'm also gonna just build a roboport here to fill it in. The logistics are getting obnoxious of not having complete coverage via roboport. There we go. See, now the iron comes in. Don't need that either. I'm gonna have them bring me more copper and more iron. Yeah, 300, add an extra 100 to each. It's usually a good way to do it. Alright. 3. Alright. Get rid of these two, which are the two that I'm gonna need. Excellent. Now we go iron down, copper over, to here. I do kind of want to get that stone out of the way at some point, so my copper is going to swing a little wide. Before going over here by this iron. And connecting up. Excellent. Now we just need some power cables strategically set up, or not very strategically in some cases. Excellent. And an underground belt, which of course means more gears. And we will have copper. And then I'm probably going to... I guess I kind of need to get my science restarted, don't I? Especially, although that's going to be right over there. And there's plenty of ores to take care of over here. I might just legitimately try to get absolutely all of this ore in a chest. And I mean just large scale putting down miners with active provider chests. That kind of thing. I think I might do that. Then I can just put some whatchamacallits, some requester chests down on the ore lines, and there will be no problem, because the ore will get straight to the furnaces where it should go. What happened here? Go. Excellent. And our copper line is starting to move. Now let's try to set up some basic science. First, we're going to have to figure out a way around this area full of mines. There we go. Speaking of mines and provider chests, I was entirely serious. Okay. So now we know where our iron's going. Where's our copper gonna end up going? You go... I forgot to put one in here as well. There we go. You guys get tossed. And copper is going to loop around here. Don't want corners. Corners slow you down. Don't want corners unless they're necessary. And we have the beginnings of our main bus, or our mini bus. I am going to have to expand that. I'm thinking 2x2 lines of copper and iron, just to always have a lot of those around. But we are now making both iron and copper, and have made a lot of it. Alright. Some storage may actually be in order. if we do some storage design, then I'm thinking we would have to do... Ooh, we could do a very sneaky internal storage system on these furnaces, which I kind of like the idea of, to be honest. Because I think it would look kind of cool. So I'm gonna make a bunch of these chests for now. And then we're gonna fill in. But for now, I'm sure some of you have figured out what I'm planning on doing by now. But it will be fun. Let's see here, now we go Surtur, Surtur, Surtur. There we go. So these chests will basically just kind of fill up along the way and jam up and fill up with resources. Which is the best thing for them to do. Because as they fill up with resources, the belts and the furnaces will empty of resources and they will become easily collected. Or they will continue to work. And then the iron will be easily collected from the logistics system and placed into our furnaces, and vice versa with the copper. That's just me just coming up with something to save the brain fart from earlier. Anyway, let's also put another stone miner in. With the passive active provider chest, of course. I think I've finally found an actual use for active provider chests, because they're not really something you ever use. Except for, I guess, when you're trying to clear out little bits of ore from places quickly, so that you can start building in that area. And then you start using lots of active provider chests. So I guess they are kind of helpful. Just never really used this tactic before, so I never really had a reason to consider the possibility. I guess once I started playing with RSO mod, like, you wouldn't have little patches of ore like that all over the place. And don't really have to think about that. But I guess in regular Factorio, yeah, if you're either building on top of ore, or you are gonna be doing some aggressive mining, and passive provider chests work for that. Alright. Let's get a couple of these emptier chests going here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do that thing with the requester chests, so that it just pulls unnecessary ore out of the logistics system. This is not something that you can always do, because if in one of my other games I use passive provider chests for pretty much all storage, including ore and all of that stuff. So at any given point in my factory, I've got like 600,000 iron ore waiting to be put onto the belt that leads into the furnaces. And so I can't make requester chests to clear ore out of the storage chests because there is just so much. They would end up just pulling ore out of my storage on the way to its belt instead of just the storage chests. I'm sure there's some priority settings, so I think they would actually go for the storage chests first, but they wouldn't stop once they've emptied them out. That would actually be kind of cool if in version 13 they end up doing it so that you can set some kind of requester priority where it's only going to allow requests from like a storage chest or something, for example. And now I should have ore get dumped into there, and then, yep, straight there. Excellent. Yeah, how much? I've got plenty of copper ore in my logistics system, so I definitely should try to fill up these furnace belts for them. These furnace belts are only 12 long. I think they can go up to 22 with blue belts, so I'm gonna have to get this stone out of the way. Oh well. I've put off doing science for far too long, so let's start working on our science. Bring me my assemblers. For science, we're gonna need plastic, we're gonna need sulfuric acid, we're gonna need all sorts of stuff. Let's just do the simple stuff, blue and red science. Kinda tempted to just split these guys off and have them go through here. I might do that. I need to make some splitters for that. Wow, I've got plenty of assemblers. I mean, it makes sense. It took down all of them. I didn't know I had 50 assembler 3s in my factory. It's actually pretty cool. Alright, now I'm still just making piles of gears. Doop 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 I do. Wait, did I run out of miners? No. I am running out of construction bots? Question mark. I am not sure what's going on here. Something's going on. Come on, connect. Dang it. Alright, good enough. Okay, so we are gonna have iron branching off, copper branching off, then iron's gonna go underground. While the iron and copper branches go off this way. Perfect. That's going to be the beginning of our science. And fast underground belts for the split. Perfect. Let's see here. So let's do our blue and green science, just like right over here somewhere. We're gonna need gears and, or I guess this would be red science, wouldn't it? Wow. There's a lot of copper cable there. Jesus, that's a lot of copper cable. Anyway. This should take care of my red science here, as well as give me a stockpile of gears to use. Let's see here. Thinking... Yes. You might be thinking, what the heck's he doing now? That's not how you get this to work. And my response to you is, you are wrong, sir. Terribly wrong. Or this is the best way to get it to work. Gears are going to require several inputs, I think. One output. And this will be, I guess, the red science output, which I'm going to start putting in a chest right away, with a logistic restriction, of course. And there's the gears. You filter gears. Keep, say, 2,000 of them in the system at any given point. We will expand that. And you make red science. Keep also 2,000 in the system at any given point. You make gears. You make red science. Excellent. Now we just need copper. Which is gonna have to be done slightly differently. Like so. Perfect. There we go. That won't reach. But this'll work. Oh, that won't reach either. That'll work. Alright, so now we're making red science and we are stockpiling it a little bit. This should become an active or passive provider chest. As should this, because they both contain lots of science. Alright. Now we need to make green science. Green science is going to also require gears. And it will require electronic circuits, won't it? So before we make green science, let's do something else. Wondering if maybe this should be done over here. Nah. I think I might stop after. Nah, I should definitely ship it in from over here. Okay, so I'm gonna make these circuits, and I'm probably gonna end the episode after that, because it's getting to be about that time. Sadly, figuring out where to put these circuits is not going to be simple. Let's try... No, that won't work either. I'm going to just go here for now. That still won't work. Dang it. This is getting annoying. Alright. Circuits take 1. How are we going to do the iron here? We are going to go copper. We are going to make a couple of those. We are going to do, thinking iron here, circuits there. Okay. Let's see here. Yes, that'll work. So we do splitter there, underground copper to there, and then we get ready for our next splitter, which is going to go here for iron. Then we also go underground there. And we send circuits back along here, which is going to first go underground and also be split. It's going to be split back here. Excellent. Now, power pole, power pole. And finally, we are going to get our circuit production to go. Which will require another 4 longhand inserters, I think. Of which we can now build 4. Excellent. Alright, so if we now do copper wire circuit. Perfect. And we get our first circuit maker working. Of course, it's kind of in an awkward position because of the placement of ores that I'm trying to rip up, but oh well. We'll get that part figured out. I am also going to put in a half balancer, which could also probably be called a lopsider right there, because it will produce a balanced stream of circuits, which will then run along here. And then probably next episode we are going to finish our science production. So with that, I will probably leave you guys. Like, share, comment, subscribe, idea, advise, do all those YouTube things, and I will see you guys later. Bye!